Hey everyone, this is Sam and welcome to my channel. The game we'll be looking at today is going to be Ghost of Tsushima Director's Cut, the Iki Island expansion. In today's video, I'll be showing you guys a specific build that is designed to really deal with all of the new elements, enemies, and just the gameplay mechanics that this new, Iki Island expansion throws at you. As you can see on what's going on here, my gym with this specific build, which I call the Terror of Iki, it's just gonna dominate whatever comes your way. Now the new expansion does have a new enemy types, and also the amount of enemies and how they behave are very different. But with this build in hand, you can see you're going to be able to dominate it, but at the same time still have plenty of fun. Just watch this guy try to run away and get down. Feel free to add me on PSN. That's my gamer tag right there, so we can play and grind together, especially online for Ghost of Tsushima. And also feel free to click on the card above or the link in the description below for more Ghost of Tsushima builds, which I plan to make more, especially for this Iki Island. Like I talked about earlier, the new enemy types that you're going to face are these shamans, and what they do is they buff up the rest of the enemies you face in-game. So you're going to need to have a build that can do what you see here. One-shot kills, even if they are just knee arrow shots, and also sword swings that are extremely damaging. With these new shaman enemies, that's the guy you see right there, you're going to take them down as quickly as possible. And another great thing about this build is the synergy you get from the kill. So you can see not only are you going to kill quickly, you're also going to build up your ghost meter very fast. So you're going to have these incredibly quick sequences where you take out 5 enemies and you can go into your ghost mode and then take out 3 more. So it's like 8 enemies at once in a very short span of time. So specifically, this is what you're going to need for the build. You're going to need to wear the ghost armor. So you're going to abuse the 30% chance to terrify a nearby enemy, at the same time to decrease the ghost dance requirement by 2. You're going to further buff all of those by adding in the charm of Iseguchi no Kami, which is going to further drive that terror element that already comes with the armor. And you're also going to add in 2 charm of fortunes, which further increases the likelihood of terror happening as you kill off your enemies. And to make the kills even quicker, you're going to also add in 2 Yuriko's Keepsake. So your arrows have a 60% chance with the buffs to poison enemies, which is an instant kill. And on this second slot, I consider it a flex, so you can choose defense or offense depending on how you like to play. I personally like to use the Charm of Dual Destruction so I can get double damage from my attack with an increased chance. But if you want to play more defensively, you can also get this charm where it's going to give you health back as you kill off enemies. So here you can see the same fight done in 3 completely different approaches, all effective with this Terror of Iki build. So option 1, you can start off with sneaking and then assassinate your enemies, to build up your ghost meter, and all of the kills have a huge chance to drive terror, right? Because all the terror buffs and chance buff. And as you build up resolve, you can also use them as you see fit to kill off more enemies. And by the time you kill off 5, you can already trigger your ghost dance, and from here you're invincible, so you can take down 3 more. So like I said earlier, 8 to 9 enemies incredibly quickly while you're completely safe. And at the same time, every kill has a chance to scare someone off. Now option 2, same fight, but this time we're going to start off with long range kills. So you can start off with the arrows, and all you really got to do is chase with knee shots. You don't even really need to aim for the head, because all of your arrows have a 60% chance to trigger an instant kill. And remember, every kill also has a chance to terrify the enemies around them. So you can see I'm starting off with using a couple of the arrows there, and I was able to already take down a whole bunch of enemies. And the ones that do survive are going to be terrified. And once I get there, once again, because of the quick kills and the decreased amount of kills I need for the ghost dance, I go right into the ghost dance again, and right off that was like, what, I think 11 kills in, I didn't do anything. They couldn't even hit me, so that's incredible. And here's option 3, same fight again. This time we're going to do what I call a standoff sword demon, so you can start off the sequence with a standoff, which is also going to build up your ghost dance, because if you do the standoff correctly, you should be, and if you level it all the way up, you should be able to get 3 kills off each standoff, and that's going to give you plenty of resolve. And off of these 3 kills, that means you're already 2 away from ghost dance. And with the whole bunch of enemies there, I'm just going to do all of my poison arrows, 60% chance to kill instantly, and also huge chance to terrify. And off that, I got hit there, so I lost my ghost dance, but it doesn't matter. I already killed everyone off, and 2 people that I didn't end up killing got terrified anyways, so that's a free kill. So you can see, absolutely deadly. Now, obviously, you're gonna worry, am I gonna run out of arrows? But not really, because you're doing instant kill with your arrow shots. You're gonna be able to find plenty of arrows in this game. And remember, all of your arrows have that poison trigger. So it's not just your regular half bow, you know, the arrows you get, the fire arrows, the explosive arrows, or the heavy bow, or the heavy arrows with the huge longbow. It's all gonna have the same effect. So all of your arrows has a chance of 60% instant kill. So you're never gonna run out of arrows because all your arrows work. And you can see in this instance, it says you can see me carry out the entire fight. I actually started off this fight with no resolve, but it doesn't really matter. A kunai is the weapon of choice for me in terms of ghost weapon that has a really good synergy with this build. I really just use the kunai to just stun the enemies, so I can have a chance to either kill them or just, you know, back up a little bit and I can just shoot more arrows. I do go in with the sword, but mostly in ghost stance and mostly in assassination situations. I am going for one-shot kills. And remember, if I do have to go into a sword fight, I do have a huge chance to trigger a double damage in all my melee attacks. So when I do get the attack in, plenty of time, I could just, you know, one-shot an enemy. And as you can see, because of the poisoning and the killing, a lot of enemies just simply gets terrified and I can just finish them off. And in that sequence, we pretty much took it. And you see, that guy's running away. And as more enemies come in, you can always 2 hits right there, because if that double damage for the attack charm triggers, it's devastating. And the concentration, I'm not going to go concentration right away. I usually shoot the first arrow, then I go into concentration, because I don't really need to aim for headshots. I just want to hit the body. Any arrows work. So a lot of the times, I'm literally just shooting at knees. So you can see that sequence dominating. So here, for the rest of the video, I'm just going to show you how I like to use this build in these situations that Iki Island does offer. I do feel like, even though in the full game, you can go to the Iki Island by Act 2, really though, I think you can't really survive the fights, or at least make them enjoyable, because otherwise it'll be too tedious, until you do a little bit of Act 3. So I would suggest going with a high character. In terms of, you know, DLC after endgame content, it's fantastic. And if you guys like to see more builds from me, obviously I have builds that are also specifically done with the charms and, you know, unique armor that comes from Iki Island. But in terms of playing Iki Island optimally, this is still the best build by far. This is a build that you could use, you know, outside of Iki Island, but with Iki is even better because you gotta deal with the shamans. So as always, thanks for coming by, and for some of you that don't know, we're sponsored by, the channel is sponsored by Bucks Gaming, so shout out to them. And if you want to play with me, just follow the player code right there, and we can grind together online, or maybe we can just chat on PlayStation Network. I love talking with you guys, so as always, I look forward to speak to you guys again real soon.